The hardest thing for lawyers, I think, is to understand our roles when we're in community organizing spaces, to understand our purpose. When we're invited in, and it's very important, for us to be invited into the space. It's a little bit easier to at least develop an understanding of who we're working with and create a safe space. But the challenge has been to respect the roles that they've brought us in to play, and oftentimes we just might be a note taker, and we just might be there to just listen, and there's no interest in us speaking and giving an immediate solution. But it's an opportunity to step back and learn and figure out, as much as we've been in community for 15, 20 years or 10 or 15 years or whatever it may be, there's still a lot that we don't know. I mean, there are cultural differences and ethnic diversities that we have to acknowledge and appreciate before we can even begin to put the legal litigation skill set into the mix of things, as people try to resolve the issues that they've identified as important to them, and develop their own goals and strategies. The Gulf Coast community was like a rebirth of the civil rights movement. So many people were being oppressed and marginalized and disenfranchised, and with folks being scattered across the country and trying to figure out how to navigate the various systems and develop new ways of living, in addition to maintaining ownership and their right to self-determine and recovery. There was a need to combine forces from the legal side of the profession, along with what was an amazing organizing effort from the ground up with the community itself. And so it essentially forced us to get together, because each group brought to the table very needed and necessary skills to protect the rights of folks, and to make sure that the voices were being heard that needed to be heard, and were at the table, so that as policies and regulations and programs were rolled out, that the impact that they would have on the redevelopment and recovery process of the people was protected, and at least given space and attention to all of those things.